Welcome to another edition of Around Town, where we focus in on the people and the places of your community. I'm Larry Seaman, your host. Now it's the month of October, and I thought it would be a great time to stop over at the Pumpkinfest at Crossing Life Church in Windham, New Hampshire. So here we go. First of all, your name is the first start.
My name is Jason DeBow.
Okay, and
I'm a New Hampshire artist.
Okay.
And I've been painting for about 9 years now.
Okay.
And I just started with watercolors because I was intimidated by oils.
Oh, intimidated in what way?
Well, I didn't have the patience when I was a younger man because oils takes a long time to dry. So I started with watercolors to get into it because I had kind of a proclivity for art. And I really enjoyed it. I did well. And as I began to, because a watercolor will take maybe half an hour, 45 minutes to dry, and then you can move it to another color. Right. Oils, sometimes you have to wait a couple days or something. So I was young and energetic, so I went with the watercolors. But as I became more mature in my art, what have you, was able to wait longer, and as you get older, it seems time flies. So,
right. So how long have you been doing painting?
Probably since about 9 years. I've been doing it for about 9 years. I started when I was 40, the big Poro, and my kids had this. I saw this brown thing in the corner of a room, and I picked it up. I washed it off. It was a watercolor palette. A little watercolor tray paints that someone had given them, and there was a really nice set. So I washed all the brown off, because they had abandoned it, and I just started using it, and I just kept going.
That's neat.
Yeah.
And you were part of any of the art clubs or art shows or anything like that?
Yeah, so I'm friends with a lot of the folks that meet on Wednesdays down at the Breakfast Club at Barnes & Noble in South Nashua. There's a lot of local community New Hampshire artists meet there and just get together and kibitz. I was out at Burning Man, the big art festival, global art festival. I was juried in one of their center camp expressions, and then the following year, my friend Ben and I were honoraria recipients to do a giant pinball machine. We made a 14-foot tall pinball machine by 16 feet. It was huge. Excellent. Yeah, and it worked, so people could play it. It was pretty awesome.
Good to hear. And what are you working on right now here?
Right now, I took a picture earlier on my phone of that pumpkin over there. It's called the Cinderella pumpkin. So I'm just doing sort of an underpainting and, just getting some of the initial moves laid down, some
and
ideas.
So later on, I'll be able to get the more focused look at it.
Yeah, we can. It'll go pretty quick. I like to move along, and it's called wet on wet. So I'm going to be painting, color on top of layer on top of layer. So it'll be a little blurry, a little fuzzy, but hopefully, if I'm accurate about it, it'll also look cool.
Excellent. And some of your artwork is over here.
A lot of my stuff, so I have several pieces. A lot of it was York Beach up in Maine. I like to go up there when the weather's lousy because lousy weather will make for interesting studies.
Oh, yeah.
And so I take pictures and then I bring them back to the studio and I kind of, develop them a little bit and, kind of get into the paints and start to work them over and make them more permanent.
Excellent.
And large.
Sounds good. Oh, I'll take a look.
Oh, take a look around. Thanks for the interview.
my crafts here. With all of the craft shows canceled this year, this was a great little opportunity to get out there and show people what I do. So I have everything from Ray Dunn inspired glass ornaments to wood slices cut right here in Hampstead and Londonderry, alcohol ink bulbs and custom wreaths.
All right. Is there anything in particular that you'd like to focus on?
So this is my favorite, and I make a ton of these. I do family wall tiles, and they're custom made. They're all 4x4 squares, and you give me the names of your family members, and then I give you a bunch of choices as to how they could look. And then we make the tiles, and I give you directions how to put them up. I even give you the tags to put them up with.
Very nice.
Those are a huge seller.
Did somebody want to talk about your table?
So these are paintings done with melted down crayons. So I make the backgrounds in that, and then I paint with a little traveling iron, and I make trees and mountains or whatever. I have a demonstration here, like they get melted down, and then the end results are like this here. This, I think I'm going to do this now. So I melt down the backgrounds, and then I make mountains or whatever, and then the trees and whatever I do with my little traveling iron.
All right.
So it's a unique art. It's not acrylic or oil paints. It's all what kids throw away at school with their melted down crayons. I melt them down and I paint with them with my little traveling iron. If you want me to do, or if you want to buy any of these pictures, I have a lot of these in frames that I've framed as well. So if you're interested, just do a dairyboyd@outlook.com.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You're welcome.